This is the Bolognese Croque Monsieur Midnight Snack Special. This was excellent. So I made this using my leftover Romesco Lasagna ingredients that we'll have the video up at the end of this so you can see that recipe. So what we're doing is we've got a nice rich tomato sauce here, which is just a reduction of 2 tins of tomatoes, salt, pepper, balsamic vinegar and a bit of sugar. Just cook that down for about an hour, so it's a nice rich sauce like this. And we're just going to put a nice even spread of the sauce on the 2 slices of bread. Then we've got here is leftover some bechamel sauce, which is a standard bechamel with some cheese added into it, salt, pepper and nutmeg. And what we're going to do is, again, just a nice even layer on both sides. You don't need too much, just a nice combination of the tomato and the bechamel on there is perfect. Then what we're going to do is get some freshly grated cheddar on there. That's just like a kind of medium mature cheddar, which is quite, it's kind of like a creamy cheddar, so it's perfect for this. So it will goo and ooze out really nicely. We're going to do that on both sides. Then we're going to start to get the bolognese mixture on there. So what we're going to do with that is just use your fingers because it's easier than with a spoon, and we just want to kind of crumble it down onto each slice. Get a nice even amount on there, and then what we want to do is like pat it down and get it nicely evenly spread and kind of compacted down onto the bread a bit. And then what we're going to do, once we're happy with that one side, we'll repeat that process on the other side. Look, we are going to overfill this thing. You just got to lean into it. It's going to happen. It's going to overspill and get messy, but fuck it, you got to do it. And then because we haven't quite got enough in there, we're going to add a bit more bechamel and a bit more cheese in that middle layer just to help get it gooey and oozy in between those bolognese kind of slices. So that's perfect. And then we're going to flip that over, form the sandwich, and there we go. Super awesome. Squish that down a bit. Get it compacted in, and then it is going to start like try and ooze out, but what we're going to do is just with a spoon, as you're squishing it down, just kind of push it back in and get it all nicely kind of sealed in. I mean, it's still going to spill out and ooze everywhere, but you know, it helps a little bit to do this. So you just got to lean into it a little bit, you know, fuck it. So now we're going to get a pan on the heat, get some butter in there, medium heat, we don't want it too hot. Once the butter's melted a bit like that, just get some of it and spread it on that top half. And make sure that's just nice and evenly coated, just so that when we turn it over, we know we've got a nice even spread of butter on the other side as well. Once that's had about 3 or 4 minutes on that medium heat, it should look like this. Give it a turn over, nice and golden. It's started to firm up and go a bit crunchy on that top layer. That's perfect. And then keep it moving around another 3 or 4 minutes on that side. We don't want to, just make sure it doesn't burn. You just want to cook it nice and gently at this point. And then some of the mixture might start to ooze out a little bit, so we just want to kind of push that in and just make sure that's all set. And then we're going to get that in a preheated oven dish like this, get that nicely in there, and then we're going to get some of the remaining bechamel sauce, whatever you've got left, and then spread that over the top. A nice even coating. It can ooze over a bit, it's all good. So it kind of looks like that, and then we're going to get some more cheese on top. So we're going to add in some more of that cheddar, and we're going to add in some of the Parmesan cheese, and then we're going to get that in the oven on about 180 to 200 degrees centigrade until it's nice and golden, and it looks kind of like this. We're going to pop that onto a chopping board or something like that to serve, have it with a side salad or whatever, and there we go. Super awesome croque monsieur. We're going to, I don't know, chop it in half if you want to, but you got to pretty much attack this with a knife and fork. I mean, you're not going to be able to pick this fucker up. So, and there we go. All the insides are all gooey and awesome, and just that mixture of bechamel and bolognese. So there we go, guys. There's some videos there that link back to this recipe for the Romesco lasagna, and we'll be back soon with another video. Cheers, guys.